What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all of the news after week number 9 of our Oakland Raiders franchise. The Raiders just lost a heartbreaker in Seattle, almost making an incredible fourth quarter comeback against the defending Super Bowl champions. However, they fell just short on a dropped pass in the end zone on the last play of the game. There was a lot of heart and effort that went into that game for a lot of the younger players, and it's unfortunate we didn't get the win, but it was really cool to see such a young team rally against such a veteran team. And, I probably made some bad calls down the stretch. Once we got down to the 6-yard line after Nick Casa's pass, I probably should have ran the ball, especially with the success we were having earlier in the game doing that, but I probably just got caught up in the moment with Connor Shaw trying to get him to get that touchdown pass. I don't know what happened. It didn't work out for us. It wasn't in the cards, but, that's okay. We fall to 3-5, unfortunately, and to make matters worse, we're playing the other team in the Super Bowl last year, the Denver Broncos, so not going to be an easy game. It is a division game, so hopefully we can pick up a win and move to 2-0 in the division. That would be great. But we definitely have our work cut out for us. Let's go ahead and get going on with the game prep here. You know what? Before I do, and I didn't even prep this. I should have. Hold on. I will be right back. Alright, guys. I am back. Sorry about that. I wanted to look something up. We have game balls to hand out. After the last news video, I decided we were really going to try to get this Twitter thing going, and a fun way for us to do that, I feel like, would be hashtagging Sneaky Nation to the players that went Offensive Player of the Week and Defensive Player of the Week for our team. So last week, Pat Sims, 3 sacks, 2 of them in a very critical situation to get us the ball back in the fourth quarter. So Pat Sims is going to win the Defensive Player of the Week for us, and it looks like he has not been active on Twitter lately. Let's see if we can change that. His Twitter account is P90 RUGER, so P90 Ruger, I believe. And hashtag Sneaky Nation to him, and let's see if we can get a response. Offensive Player of the Week was a little bit more difficult. Our offense struggled. However, we were having great success running the game. Now, our offensive line did a phenomenal job, and quite frankly, they're all very, very deserving of it. But today we're going to go ahead and give it to Maurice Jones-Drew. And his Twitter account is Jones_Drew32. So everybody, hashtag Sneaky Nation if you'd like to get involved. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see what kind of responses we can get from players, if we get any. It'd be really fun, be a really cool thing to do, I think. So those are the 2 game balls after this last weekend. I'm looking forward to doing this, guys. It's going to be interesting next season when we incorporate rookies into the mix. So we'll have to figure out something for that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Earn XP. We really struggled again with pass defense. Russell Wilson did an incredible job on us. Keith McGill got an interception, which I was stoked about. But let's go ahead and try to get Hayden a little bit up there. I really need a shutdown corner. I don't really have anybody I can rely on at the moment. Now, I'm not going to use all my points on Hayden this week. But I might give it 2 goes, and then I'll probably work with Khalil Mack as well, is going to be my plan. Again, I really just want to kind of get these younger players as much experience as possible moving forward. So, and let's see. Yeah, he gets so much more points. If I just worked with him for a few weeks, oh man, I could have him as one of the best linebackers in the NFL. So that's something we're going to have to look into doing. There we go. I will take all of that XP. All of it in the world, I will take it. So moving forward, let's see if we have any draft stories this week. Scroll down. Draft stories. North Dakota came away with a last-minute win yesterday with running back Elliott Chester hurdling over several players into the end zone. So that's somebody to keep an eye out. Or keep an eye on. That's pretty cool. I definitely am looking potentially for a new running back next year. Maurice Jones-Drew is getting older. I love McFadden, but I want to have a 2 running back set. So, especially with the injuries we've kind of been having lately. Maurice Jones-Drew had an injury last week. It wasn't terrible, but it kept him out for, a quarter or so. And I need to be prepared in those situations. So, progressing players I'll do off camera again. Mostly just going to work on awareness still. Injury report, I believe Maurice Jones-Drew should be good to go. And yeah, he's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead, and what was I going to look at? Awards, you know, let's check out our weekly awards here. That's something I wanted to do today. Scouting. Let's do some scouting today. Cam Newton, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, ran for a touchdown as well. Peyton Manning, Darrell Washington, 2 sacks with 17 tackles. And Luget, I might be pronouncing that one wrong. Luget, I apologize if I am. I remember he tore the 49ers apart in the preseason, though. So he had 3 sacks to go with 12 tackles. And again, let's go to scouting. The last video was pretty long, so I don't know if I want to have this one go quite as long. Can I check the Pro Bowl stuff out yet? I'm not sure what week that becomes available. I always thought that was week number 8, but I guess I am wrong on that. Yearly awards we'll check back in with maybe every 2 weeks or so. As well as stats we'll keep an eye on too as we go forward. But scouting, let's just do that for now and see if we can find. Let's go check out this running back they're talking about. I don't think I've scouted him before. I could be wrong. Where Elliot Chester is the guy they were talking about. So he's a 3rd round back, which means I don't have to worry about getting him in the 1st round. I can focus on some other players, and if he's available there with my 3rd round pick, he could be a nice pickup. He's got B speed, trucking, B, strength, D, agility, A, okay, acceleration, A, jumping's, I'm assuming an A. Oh, it's a B, even though he hurdled over all these players, really? I don't know. I mean, he doesn't seem bad, you know, he's the 3rd round pick. That could be a very valuable player at that 3rd round spot. Speed back, balanced. Is there like a power back? 5'9", no. Definitely had some size. 6'1". Alright, let's see if this guy has any speed. A little bit slower, but he's a big guy. Trucking. Alright. Just looking around to see what we have here. Let's go up and check out the first guy here. Devin Golden from Florida. Speed, A. Acceleration, A. I like to see that. Trucking. Trucking's not all that great. Juke move, alright, very nice juke. Stiff arm's alright. Catching's not great. And catching's pretty important with me, so interesting player, but I want to have a guy who can catch it out of the backfield. 5'9", he's 24. Alright, 21, 6 feet tall. A speed, A acceleration, B agility, B trucking, catching, F, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if somebody else appears to us later on. So we got a lot of receiving tight ends. I really would love a tight end who can receive the ball. And again, I might just move Marcel Reese over there. So it's something to keep an eye on. Just going to kind of, you know, I should check out the jumping ability too. Jumping, catching. B, B, B. We got B, B, and B. Alright, 6'7". If this guy... Oh, okay. I'm out of points. Alright, we'll have to do all that later. But a tight end, again, it's another position worth looking at. Any playmakers I can add to this offense, I'm going to need to. You know, a lot of our guys haven't been stepping up like I would like. Oh, one last thing I wanted to do in this video. I'm glad I remembered because I almost cut this video short. Settings. You know, we had like 5 or 6 dropped passes last week, one of which cost us the game. So I did want to move our wide receiver catching up a little bit. We'll move it up 5 points. If that's too much, we'll go ahead and lower that back down. But for now, I'm feeling pretty comfortable with that. So let's do that and see if that improves. You know, that many drops just isn't realistic. Granted, the Legion of Boom, you know, they got some very talented defensive backs that are very capable of knocking the ball out of your hands before you can secure it. But I definitely feel like we got gypped a little bit there at the end. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to tweet Pat Sims and Maurice Jones-Drew. See if we can get something going here, guys. And until next time, take care.